Hello. So to try to solve this issue of assignments that have been submitted but don't seem to be showing up in the system, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of show you probably the quickest and easiest way to see what work has and has not been done. So when you log into the student's account, this is the view they're going to see. And so the first place you can go to take a look is under assessments, sorry. You'll see there's assignments and grades. So we'll go to grades and we'll click on grades. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring up all the assignments that have been graded since the beginning of the course, and they're all sorted by unit. And so you'll be able to go and you'll be able to see exactly which ones have been marked and which ones have not been marked for each of the units of work. So the first two units, obviously, as you can see, would show up here. So this is my profile, which is why everything's at 0 because I haven't submitted any work. But under each student's account, it comes up the exact same way and it follows in order. So it's like a nice checklist so that you can see what has and has not been marked. Now, if there's something that has not been marked and you're pretty certain that it's been submitted, one of the places you can go, so if it was an assignment that was submitted to a Dropbox, you can actually go into the assignment section. And again, in the assignment section, what you'll find is that all the assignments are sorted based on unit and in the order they were supposed to be submitted. So you're now able to go in and underneath this column right here, submissions, it shows you if work has been submitted to that Dropbox. So if you were to find, let's say, an item that has a submission in a Dropbox and hasn't been graded, if you could let me know, and I can try to figure out why each time that I'm going in, I'm not able to see that. And if you can take a screenshot of that, that'd be awesome. It just gives me some more info and some more detail that I can use to follow up with. And then hopefully solve the situation or the issue or the detail. So this is where some of the assignments are being submitted and being marked. There's one more location that you can take a look at to see if the work's been done. I'll actually go right into to Theo's here. So there are discussion items as well. And so sometimes the work is submitted to a discussion item. So for example, for Unit 1, you can see there were 4 discussions that were to have been done. And so far the system is showing that he has not created any threads, which means he hasn't responded to any of the 4 discussion items, which is where work is often submitted. And so I use discussion items for several different assignments that students can see other students' work. They can provide comments and feedback and collaborate a little bit. Just to get an idea if they're on the right track or not. So by opening up these 4 topics, if he had created some threads, it would show those 4 topics. And it'll also show his marks, as well as the rubrics are also there that you can click on. So for every one of the assignments that I've marked, there's a rubric. And it's a fairly detailed rubric that matches the assignment. So if something's not done, it's going to be indicated on the rubric itself. So of course, it's not going to show me that here right now. Let's try it one more time and see if we can get this to work. I'll try the next one. So it's showing an error. So I'm not sure if I've lost my internet connection or what's happened, but this was basically where you can go and you can then see again. So under the discussions, it'll show you how many topics there were, how many threads that are created. Sometimes more threads are created. So for example, there's 4 topics, but maybe they need 6 threads because they're supposed to post their own work, and then they need to post a reply to somebody else's work, which would then be extra threads, but there should be a minimum there. And you can then see what's created. So here he's created 3. So there's 3 things that are done. And so that would work out really well. So I was able to figure that out. I had switched over my other view to student view, which is why it wouldn't let me access it. So I'm back in teacher view. So if you go up here to Theo's logon, you click here, it'll allow you to choose progress. And if you choose progress, it's going to take you to this same page right here. And then if you click on discussions on that page, it'll open up the different units and the various discussions. So again, it shows you what's been created. You click on the topics and it opens the topics and it shows what threads have been put in there, as well as it shows the marks. So again, if we go into Unit 2 where he has created some threads, so this goes and shows what was submitted. It also shows the mark that was received. And if you're curious to see how they did on that, if you go to details, you can then go to the actual rubric. So here's the graded rubric. And in this case, he was supposed to, the whole purpose was to respond to another student's work. So providing a comment to a classmate's work and then referring specifically to aspects of the classmate's work in their comment. And that's the piece that wasn't done yet. So it's important to make sure that all the instructions are read and all the requirements for each assignment are completed in order to receive the full marks. So that's how you would see the discussion. So again, hopefully this will help you in terms of being able to go in and figure out what assignments you think have been submitted, that you have those certificates received, that they were submitted, and you can try to match some things up. So hopefully this will help clarify that.